Check. Hey, Ken. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, Ken.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston. It's caught by Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Thomas has it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Winston. And this is Cook with a grab. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and goal, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That's what I do. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
A give to Kamara running right. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready. Black 22. 54 Mike. Johnny. Come on, QB. Come on.
On 2nd and 9. Winston flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Check. Smooth. Watch the screen.
Following the interception, Cousins. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Mike 56. Watch the pass. 56. Mike 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mike 56. Mike 56. All day, every day. Alpha. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now, pass complete here to Sanders, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. White 25. White 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 99. Check 99. Here we go. Even. Time up. Check. Easy.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, let go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the ground, Kamara. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Toss play, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans, the win is their 8th on the year, and they will head back home next week.